The tension in the Senate chamber that morning could have been sliced with a knife. Cameras lined the back wall, reporters' pens hovered in the air, and aides whispered nervously in corners. Everyone knew what was coming. For weeks, Representative Adam Schiff had been championing a controversial new bill that he claimed would strengthen democracy and protect against misinformation. But to many, especially Senator John Kennedy, it felt like something far darker. As Kennedy walked slowly toward the podium, his eyes scanned the room, reading the faces of colleagues who avoided his gaze. Schiff sat near the front, his lips curved in a smug smile, confident that the day would cement his image as a defender of truth. He had spent the past month in front of cameras, speaking about responsibility, control, and safeguards for speech. To Schiff, the bill was progress. To Kennedy, it was poison wrapped in polite words. Kennedy cleared his throat and unfolded the printed copy of Schiff's bill. The paper trembled slightly in his hand, not from fear, but from the electric energy that comes before a storm. "Mr. President," he began, his Louisiana drawl calm and deliberate, "I reckon the American people deserve to hear exactly what this bill says, not just what's been said about it." The room fell into uneasy silence. Cameras zoomed in. Schiff shifted in his seat. Kennedy began to read, "Any statement, post, or expression deemed misleading by an appointed federal counsel on information integrity may be subject to removal, and the author may face penalties." A murmur rippled through the chamber. Kennedy looked up, his eyes locking onto Schiff's. "Now, who gets to decide what's misleading, Congressman? A council picked by politicians? By you?" His tone wasn't angry, just heavy with disappointment. He continued reading, word by word, exposing how the bill gave unelected bureaucrats power to silence voices, restrict speech, and even monitor private communications in the name of national safety. By the time he reached the third page, the air was thick with disbelief. Senators who had once nodded along to Schiff's rhetoric now looked uneasy. Kennedy's voice grew firmer with each sentence. "So this bill doesn't defend democracy," he said, lowering the paper slightly. "It defends control. It doesn't protect speech, it punishes it. You're not protecting the people from lies, you're protecting the powerful from truth." The chamber went still. Schiff forced a chuckle, trying to break the tension. "Senator Kennedy," he began, "you're misrepresenting the intent." But Kennedy raised a hand. "No, sir. I'm reading your words, not mine. Every word I said is straight from your bill. You wrote it. You stood behind it. Now, you can explain it to the American people watching right now why you think they shouldn't be trusted to tell truth from lies on their own." A wave of murmurs and shifting seats filled the room. Schiff opened his mouth to reply, but his usual rehears.